You know what's crazy? Some nights I get 20 minutes to play, maybe an hour if I'm lucky. The kids are finally in bed, the house is quiet, I finished everything I need to for the day, and now I have a choice. Actually, I got hundreds of choices. I have Game Pass, I have Steam, I have games I've bought and never played, games I've started and never finished, games I've been meaning to get back to for months. And somehow, despite having access to more games than ever, I often spend more time deciding what to play than actually playing. If you've ever opened a game library, scrolled for 10 minutes, launched a game, closed it 5 minutes later, launched another game, and eventually just ended up watching YouTube, you're not alone. What's weird is that gaming didn't used to be like this. I didn't have hundreds of games to choose from when I was younger. I had a handful, sometimes one, and yet somehow I played more. I enjoyed gaming more. I spent less time thinking about what to play and more time actually playing. So, what changed? At first, I thought the answer was obvious. I had too many choices. I've got Game Pass, Steam sales, big backlog, endless supply of games competing for our attention. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized that explanation felt incomplete. So I decided to ask other gamers. I created a survey and I started reading through the responses. People use different words, but the same themes kept showing up. Not enough time, too many choices, fear of wasting time, starting games and never finishing, wanting to play but struggling to commit. And the more responses I read, the more I realized something. Most people weren't struggling to find games, they were struggling to trust their decision. Because when we're kids, choosing a game is easy. If it's fun, we keep playing. If it isn't, we move on. But when we're adults, every minute counts. Every hour feels valuable. Choosing one game means not choosing another. It means not watching a movie, hanging out with the kids, working on a project, getting some extra sleep, not doing something with that little free time we have. And suddenly, gaming isn't competing against other games. It's not one game against another. It's competing against everything. So we keep looking for the perfect game, the perfect experience, the perfect use of our time. And sometimes that search keeps us from enjoying anything at all. What if the problem is that we don't have too many games? What if the problem is that we lost confidence in our choices? What if a good game is good enough? What if the answer isn't finding the perfect game, but trusting ourselves enough to pick one and enjoy it? That's the question I've been thinking about lately. Not just what games are worth playing, but why gaming feels different as adults. And how can we get more enjoyment out of the time we have? If that's something you've experienced too, then I think we're going to have a lot to talk about.